Cherie Hanson here. Thank you. So much gratitude to you for subscribing, for watching, for liking the YouTube videos I've been putting up. My goal is simple. My goal is to take all of the lessons I have learned in my life to transmit all of the wisdom that the people who are so far ahead of me in knowledge have learned on this earth in an attempt to make everything easier for you. That is my goal. Todd says hello. He can't decide if he wants to go down or stay up. So he's watching what I'm doing. What are you doing? Today in meditation, what came to me were a couple of things. I was thinking about going from hardtack, wormy hardtack and water to a place of black forest cake. And what I mean by that is, of course, metaphoric. The struggle, the familiar delight of our own hell is what keeps us trapped. So to give you an example of this, from my earliest recollection in life, it was chaos, it was survival, it was pain, it was being afraid of those who looked like they were supposed to protect me but were not protecting me and were in fact the most dangerous people in my environment. And so I came into this story that was already written for me. It is like there is an author that is writing the story. The plot is set up, the characters are set up, the setting is clearly established, and then you drop down into it. Now, the difficulty is with that is you become accustomed to it. It feels kind of reassuring to know that life is hell, that there are flames everywhere, that you might die at any moment, that other people have to be guarded against, protected from. Nobody is there in complete whole health. So what you tend to do is you tend to keep projecting this reality in your existence. It's comfortable. And this is one of the reasons why we make such bad decisions when we've been through a traumatic childhood, when we haven't had a wisdom keeper around us, when we haven't been sitting at the knee of people who have already overcome the trauma that we've been through. So we continue to eat the hardtack with worms in it and have as our only liquid some kind of brackish water because it's comfortable, because it's something we know, it's something that we expect. And I liken it to the experience that I had when I was a university student, when I went down to the Army Navy and they had high fashion clothing that were on sale on this table because there had been a fire in the store. So all of the clothing was dripping wet and it just felt right. You know, if I'm going to have something that is high fashion, expensive, of value, it should be incredibly uncomfortable for me to try it on. The struggle, the cold, clammy clothing I'm trying to get on seemed what I deserved. It's who I was. And so as we go along this path of trying to find our way in the dark, trying to find our way in the trauma story, there are different stages that I I can talk about I've been through. It may not be the same for you, but I will share this with you. The first stage is somehow when you're a small child, you think you deserve to be beaten. You deserve to be badly treated. You deserve to be abandoned because it's all you've ever known. And so as you go through your life, you attract to you, like, I don't know why I've got narcissists. I don't know why I have psychopaths coming to me. It's because that's what you think is reality. This is real. I know it's real. I've been here before. It was my whole life. And I will speak very personally, can only get out of this when you come to a place where you simply can't take it anymore. You keep giving yourself wormy hardtack, and the worms get bigger and uglier, and the hardtack is more and more cement-like, and you can't even get it to digest. And you get to this place where you can't keep doing this to yourself any longer. Now, I got there several times in my life because I didn't get it the first time. I remember walking across the campus at university at night, alone, because of course I only deserve to be alone. And the sense of being a ghost on the earth. I wasn't embodied. I wasn't in my body. I didn't have a sense of who I was. I was just drifting. And it felt good to walk alone at night in the cold wind with the trees whispering, because this was my gothic reality, and I lived there. But it got to be too much. So you hit the wall, you flip your car, you total your life over and over again until you get to a place of, I used to think about my mother preparing Swiss steak, and she would take the side of a plate and just, beat the hell out of it to tenderize it. And I call it a tenderizing process. It's like, I don't want to be so tough. I don't want to be this strong. I don't want to be a warrior. I want to be a person who is calm and safe and secure in my own care. So now I reach out. I reach out to the Elizabeth Fry Society. I reach out to a group of nuns who are having a retreat. I reach out to wise teachers. I reach out to Buddhism. I am in a place that I not only don't understand what happened to me, but I am so lost I don't even understand who I am. I don't get it. And so I'm not available to myself. I'm not present for myself. So the first step in this whole process was to reclaim my body. Breath work, meditation, talking with counselors about what had happened to me so that I could own it, so that I could incorporate it, so it could become part of me. I remember when I went to a Chinese medicine doctor, and he said to me, a lot of people that I read, their chi, their energy, their spirit, aren't in their body. This is the Western culture. The Western culture doesn't want us to be in our body, because if we're in our body, we're too strong to be slaves. We're too strong to be lost. We're too strong to be invisible any longer. And he said, but I've never read anyone like you. He said, you're not in your body at all, but you're fine with that. Most other people I read that are in this shape, in this condition, are yearning to be in their body, are feeling disconnected from their body, but you're not. And so I began to see more clearly how I had lost myself. So body work was really important. I was in a dance troupe. I worked with my body. I had my emotions come down into my body as I'm dancing. And I got into Buddhism because Buddhism was such a great relief to me. The teachings, the monks, the nuns that I sat with that gave me lessons. And so the next step of this journey, first of all, is to reclaim the body. Take care of your body. Watch everything you do with your body. Think about yourself as a newborn, a tiny little wobbly necked newborn. And every single act that you take toward that newborn is showing it that it's safe with you. So when we commit the sin of not being safe with ourselves, we begin to not trust ourselves. And then our vibration gets very weak and fluctuating again. And we start to lose the sense of groundedness. So if I do something that I know damned well is going to sabotage my body to make me unhealthy, that's because we feel safe with that hell. We understand when the caretaker is purposefully making us weaker. So we have that relationship with ourselves. Here, I feel lost. Let me drink. Let me eat something because I hate my body and I'm fat. Let me have negative thoughts about other people. That'll make me feel more grounded. So the first step is to understand how disconnected we are to who we really are. And then the yearning starts. The yearning starts for, I want to know who I am. I want to love myself. I want to care for myself. I want to be in a place where when I wake up in the morning, I think, oh, here I am. I'm going to take care of you all day long. I'm going to protect you from bad decisions. I am going to just wrap you up in self-love and self-care and keep thanking you for all of the wise things you're doing to keep yourself grounded. The next step that happens, and it's very challenging, we have to let go of our old identity. It's so difficult because everything that we do is creating who we are. And if we keep doing the same things, we keep being the same person, but we can't let go of that person because if I let go of that person, I'm just going to be like a balloon, helium floating up there. And I don't even know what I look like or what I want or who I am or what my name is. And so we're being asked to step out into deep space and float for a while. I don't know which way is up. What the payoff is from that, what the beautiful, wonderful thing that happens next, is that we start to shift who we are. We start to allow ourselves to do different things, to try different things, to take more and more better care of ourselves, to more and more embrace our gifts and our talents and our joy without worrying about other people, without worrying about what people think. And just let yourself transition. It's like a rebirth in life. If you live long enough, like me, will see that you shift your identity many times. And it's a good thing if your intention is to grow into a brighter, more grounded, kinder person. So set your sails. Pick out your destination. Know what your purpose is. And be in a place where you go through the stages of being just friggin' fed up with whatever is going on. You were reading this book and you're intent on reading it to the end. Don't read it to the end. Close it. Give it to a thrift store. Burn it. Be done with it. And start writing on a new, fresh page, a new story, a new chapter, a new book, maybe a trilogy. I don't know. And all I can say to you is, I have gone in my life from eating hardtack with worms in it and being afraid that I would not survive or that somebody would see who I was and come after me and smother me to death. Literally. And to a place where I'm just so full of just excitement about who I'm becoming, what I'm becoming, and how my heart can be counted on to lead me into this beautiful period of time of Black Forest cake. People ask, how are you? And I go, I'm happy. Yes, I know things are falling apart. Yes, I know the evil is showing itself, but I saw that evil when I was 17 months old. I know about that evil. It's not a new story for me. But what is new for me is by persistently, consistently keeping my intention on personal growth, I have gotten to a place of such peace and such joy. And I wish that for everyone, because then we would be able to love one another the way we're supposed to. Do get a hold of me if you want a psychic coaching session, if you want me to sit with you and draw up a life plan so that you can formulate your next stage in this wonderful evolution that's on the face of the earth right now. And do subscribe and like my channel. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for sitting there and listening to the tale of the ancient marrow woman.